Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Again, this is the most effective personal power program in the country, and tonight we are getting down to business. Tuesday night, beautiful night to explore, and we are long overdue to take a magnifying glass, a spotlight, and a highlighter to the first tenet of the most effective personal power program. That tenet being relaxation. That and much more tonight on Explorations. Namaste, everybody. How are we doing out there? It's wonderful to be with you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, the internal, the subjective, the world of feelings and notions and perception. And then we also explore the world, the external world, the physical world, the verifiable, the shared reality, so to speak. The world of the sciences, so to speak. These two seemingly disparate worlds, we interrogate, we push, we explore to harness the true power that courses through our veins. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are not only the inside, we are not only the outside, we are not just a bundle of feelings, and we are not just a bundle of nerves. Ladies and gentlemen, it is so much worse than that. It is so much worse than that. And you know what I mean. I know that seems funny to say, right? That seems like maybe a funny thing to say, that it's worse. Oh, you thought I was going to say more and better. No, and I said worse and less. No, I am dead serious, and we need to stop messing around about this. I know a lot of you people like to joke around and mess around about that sort of thing, but it is serious how much worse and bad it is. If you want to cut that smirk off, why don't you go ahead and think of maybe some tragedies. And tonight we are going to be doing exactly that. Relaxation. If it feels good, you're doing it wrong. So let's cut to the chase. If we are feeling bad, are we relaxing, Leslie? Yes. Tonight we are exploring exactly that. And Lord, when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you the potential and power, yearning, screaming, just wanting to be let out so bad, you've been waiting your whole life. You could barely whisper. You could barely whisper to yourself the reality of this power that you know is true, something that you were meant to become, a potential waiting to be expressed. Ladies and gentlemen, you understand this. In the most vulnerable corner of your mind, one that you protect, and rightfully so. And we are going to relax into those protections tonight on Explorations Namaste Relaxation. If it feels good, you're doing it wrong. If it feels good, you're doing it wrong. Namaste. How are we doing, though, in Chatland? Before I get up on my soapbox, how are we doing, everyone? How are we doing? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling bad? Are we feeling, maybe we're feeling out to space maybe a little bit. It's that week, right? It's that week. It's that beginning of the holidays. The rubber is hitting the road. Communal vision from Pepperoncini. Can't wait to get this perspective. Thanks so much, Sheen. Pepperoncini says, I think Genomatic, a.k.a. Hypocryptomatic, has some great examples of her favorite fictional tragedies if y'all need some to feel bad about. Now, that I would love to get into a little bit of that. I would love to get into a little bit of that. Let's get into a little bit of that tonight. We're relaxing. It's about relaxing. And we're going to be relaxing on both sides of that fence. Both sides of that fence. Namaste. Both sides of that made-up tragedy that Pepperoncini just brought up. And Lord knows, because there's some tragedies that we could say that are made up, and nobody will bat an eye. Then there are other tragedies. Oh, there's a lot of eyes to be batted. There's actually massive institutions full of eyes ready to bat about that. So we'll see if it comes up tonight. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, host, creator, founder. How are we doing? Back to you, though. Back to you all. It's blessed. It's namaste. I'm having a wonderful night. If you're asking me, if somebody were to ask me, which I haven't seen anybody ask me how I'm doing yet. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you. But it wouldn't have hurt if somebody had simply asked me at the beginning of the stream how I was doing, how I felt, right? What my day was going like. I get you to kind of just really cut to the chase right now. A lot of you people that come in and chat every single stream, you're little pigs. You're little cows and pigs waiting to suckle on your mother's breasts, which are I am your mother in that situation, and my breast being the program. And in that doing, nobody asked Leslie how Leslie is doing, which is there we go, Fidgety. Thank you so much. Fram's doing bad. Fram's doing bad. Fram weird, more like bad. Whatever. There was nothing that came to me while I said that. I kind of just got myself out the door, and then I thought a jacket would appear, and nothing did. Moving on. Namaste. Kuru, how many explosive lunges do you do each day? Explosive lunges being your legs are like this, and then you jump up as high as you can, and then you land back opposite, and then you jump up high, and then you land back opposite. Is that what we're talking about? Go ahead, fill me in. I'm pretty sure that's what we're talking about. That's actually my primary mode of transportation, Fidgety fools around. That's my primary mode of transportation. If I have to walk somewhere, if I have to bike somewhere, really, if in a car I could get there in less than 25 minutes, I'm going to be doing explosive lunges the entire way there. Okay? We'll just let that be known. I'm that guy in town. That they know me. The guy in town who does explosive lunges to and fro. Pepperoncini, Framwayard, more like gay, stupid, retarded, dumb, cruel, stupid, gay, idiot, jerk, piss baby, bitch made bitch, small dicked, AIDS infected, nerd shoe, cracker, peckerwood, shit eater. Fram, hopefully you brought your bib. because eating's good tonight. But if you're falling asleep already because you're doing bad and wah, then you're about to get put to sleep like a dog at the vet. Bring your favorite stuff so it smells like home. You know what I mean? Bring your blanket from home so that it smells like home, so you're comfortable in your final moments. Because that's what Pepperoncini's fixing to do right now. We got a veterinarian behind him, making sure there's no air in the needle and in the syringe, getting the injections ready. And he is giving you a little kiss on the forehead. Remember telling the stories? Remember that time you ate all the hot dogs at 4th of July? You almost ruined it, but I had an extra pair of hot dogs because I knew you were going to do that. You're my best friend. You've been my best friend since the moment I laid eyes on you. You're the only dog in the world. There'll never be another dog for me. That's what he's doing, and he's giving you a kiss on the forehead. I'm trying to find a good pillow to suffocate myself. Well, good luck. Bring your Kong-filled Kong-filled with dry cum. Interesting. Really beautiful night already. Blessings. Got Soul 92. Welcome on in to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, and it's great to have you. Stone Monster kicking off a you-know-what. Can't wait to get started, but in the meantime, we do got a sub. Green is for the monies. Gold is for the honeys. The program works from Stone Monster 400. Now I'm going to say, Stoney, blessings. How many? 36 months with Stoney. Happy 36 with Stoney. This Jazz Express, happy three goddamn years with Stone Monster 400. Wow. And we got a Communal Vision just a moment with Orchestra. Namaste. Orchestra Communal Vision. My dad got drunk and fell out of somebody's truck and smashed his face, then flew straight here for Thanksgiving and had to get a CT scan and looks like Quasimodo and can't open one eye. Now that is a powerful man. That is a powerful man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking, that's going to be guys, affirmations for men are, I'm inspired tonight by I'm inspired tonight by the masculinity on display by Orchestra's father, getting drunk, falling out of somebody's truck, smashed his face, then getting right on a plane to go visit his daughters. Had to get a CAT scan and looks like Quasimodo can't open one eye. Wow. Namaste, everybody. Blessings and namaste. Beautiful evening we're already having. Tonight we're getting into relaxation. We are getting into relaxation, and it's already a very beautiful night in here. I can feel the energy is a little. It's not as electric as it is normally. I know every single, it seems like every single stream I come up here and I say, oh wow, the vibe is electric, because most of the time it is. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Right now, it's a little sleepy, and not just sleepy. It's a little contemplative. It's not. Man, I got a bunch of shit in my hair. I don't even know what that is. That's just the life I live. And happy, yeah. Is there like a holiday we can devote to Orchestar's father for doing this cool guy shit? Because that seriously is awesome. And I don't want to hear anything else I don't want to hear otherwise. That's power. Yes. Namaste. Beautiful little. That was a nice little jaunter on the block. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me with that. Thank you, Doofus. Great to see you, brother Doofus Dusseldorf. Namaste to you, Doofus. Great to see you. How's everything with you? How's Sunset Pony? Can she pop into chat for just 5 seconds and say a little howdy? Is that possible? Can we do that? Can we do that? Namaste. Pepper and Sheena gifting a sub to Larry Picklejar. Is Larry Picklejar with us? Is he in chat? Can somebody check that out? Could somebody investigate that? Do we have a Larry Picklejar tonight for relaxation? Because he would be weirdly enough, he is a soldier of relaxation. Now you might say, Leslie, what do you mean? Well, Larry Picklejar, the Larry Picklejar, the guy who relentlessly attacks people and streamers, gets banned, and people hate him. That guy's the king of relaxation. Yes. And you want to know why? Because when he attacks, he's got a good batting average. Do people like him? No. Should they like him? No. Absolutely not. But if his batting average isn't pretty good, then this program isn't worth its weight in dog doo-doo. I'll tell you that. If we got a Larry Picklejar that could hold some people's feet to the fire, seeing reality as it is, and aiding in our relaxation practices tonight, I'd really appreciate that. Namaste. Wow. Well, how's everybody? Oh, so everyone's doing good. It sounds like like I said, a little on the contemplative side, a little on the introspective side. That's what I feel with you guys right now. But that's good. That's going to be good for tonight. That's really, honestly, a perfect. If you guys are really amped up, it would be even more difficult to get you to where I need you to be. I need you to be tonight to explore tonight's theme of relaxation. If it feels good, you're doing it wrong. So already you're in that place of ready to meet a conflict. That relaxation that we conjure here. That sleepiness, that contemplation, that introspection, that is a place of I am ready. I'm back on my heels. I'm ready to meet a conflict. If I'm too amped up, if I'm all filled up with the Gary Vee spirit or the Tony Robbins spirit or this, that, and the other, then it's gonna take half the stream to get you in a place where you're ready for tonight's exploration. But we don't need to do that. We're getting right down to business tonight. Right down to business tonight. It's going to be good. It's going to be really, really tremendous. Now, I just watched Purge for the first time a few months ago, and it was so bad. Why did it get more movies made of it? Oh, so we got Not Mish is just a little too good for good old-fashioned entertainment. A little too good. So everybody, guys, if you didn't know that Not Mish thinks normal stuff is bad, well, yeah. She just can't get it. She just doesn't get why more Purge movies can be made. But yeah, so according to Mish, normal stuff is bad. And Fidgety, I forgot to listen. How are you? Thank you so much for re-upping on that question, Fidgety. I'm doing great. I don't think so. I've never seen that movie. No, we did not. She's yelling through the walls about how we watched it together, and that didn't happen. Yeah, probably thinks bad stuff is good too, right? I think. But honestly, namaste. Oh shit, I actually do need to. She's giving me the business through the wall right now. God damn it. This is annoying. I'll fix this in a little bit. Okay, namaste, everybody. Huh? Well, millions of people without that much expendable income in the first place would beg to differ with you. People that are struggling to make ends meet, put food on the table, they look at their kids and they know, you're one bad day from a hospital visit and ruining their lives. They live with that pressure. And then Purge 1, Purge 2, Purge 84 comes up, and they're like, here's $120. They would like to maybe push back a little bit on your little theory. Anyway, that Lord knows this. This is just roommate stuff. This is just roommate stuff. Don't. Huh? We have fun. We mix fun with work here at. We mix business with pleasure, fun work, fun play. Work hard, play hard. That's what I say here at Explorations. Work hard, play hard. That's what we do. Namaste. Let's go ahead. I just realized I had to update a thing so that this even works. But in the meantime, guys, let's get through some orders of business. I don't have any mail to open. No mail to open, because nobody sent me stuff. So I'd love to get some stuff from you guys. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Leslie has a lonely, empty P.O. box and needs some stuff. It's that time of year. You can't get enough stuff this time of year, ladies and gentlemen. So who's going to be my Santa Claus? Who's going to be old Leslie's Santa Claus? P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. There we go. Namaste. Squared away. Yeah, so listen, guys, yeah, exactly. Stuff my box right up. I need maximum stuffing. It's a little box. But the guys that work there will put a little slip in my box to make sure that I know that there's stuff waiting for me. So the box is like a means to an end, sort of a conceptual place in which we meet up. Not a traditional box that you could literally put lots and lots of thick, veiny things in, but this is a sort of conceptual place. More often than not. Namaste. Anyway, guys, so great. Updated that. That's good. P.O. Box all set. We got the community of devoted light. Last week, I put up that one-on-one sit-down with the Wiki Wiva. If you were interested in joining my inner circle, there will be a couple details later on. But in the meantime, please, I'm dropping a link in chat right now for you all to peruse at your leisure. Namaste to you. And now, what do you say we just get into? I think, wait, do we have any other shit to do? No. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's theme, relaxation. If it feels good, you're doing it wrong. Now, when I'm asked about explorations and how effective it can be, which is very often throughout the day, throughout every day, pretty much every day. As soon as I step foot outside the door, there's someone, "Hey, Leslie, could the program change my life as well as my friends, my family, and everyone else that's ever told me about the program?" Yes, it can. To make a long answer short, yes. But if I have a couple seconds, if I have a couple minutes, if I have time to get into even a little bit of nuts and bolts with them. When I'm asked why Explorations is the most effective personal power program in the world, it boils down to the simple yet profound tools by which we can all unlock and unleash the ancient power coursing through our veins at every moment. Through my experience and training as a legally licensed therapist, life coach, musician, martial artist, entrepreneur, and spiritual guide, I have distilled everything. Every single thing and nothing more and nothing less. I have distilled everything needed for each person that is alive to truly become themselves. I've distilled it into what I refer to as the 4 tenets of explorations. And tonight, we begin our exploration with the first tenet. While the application of each tenet of the program can vary wildly based on the needs of the group or individual I'm working with at the moment, I will try to capture the spirit of each, beginning with the first, relax. This is the most important, but by far my least favorite of the tenets, the reasons for which will become clear in just a moment. It is my belief that this ancient universal power possessed by every human being exists by virtue of their being itself. Therefore, if it is a natural aspect of our being, then instead of having to work to attain something we don't have, We must find the ways in which we are psychically defended against that which we already have and are. Now, some of you might be asking yourselves, sure, Leslie, if I already had something I wanted, why wouldn't I be using it? This is a deceptively deep question, one that gets to the core of what it means to want in the first place. But allow me to say that this is exactly the question you should be asking. You see, our defenses against reality are just as ancient as the power we seek to unleash inside each of us. And they're there for a reason. This ancient part of our minds and bodies doesn't have time to play games. It defends us against things that appear to be threats because they are just that. Threats to how we see ourselves. Threats to how we see our friends and family, our enemies, even the very structure of the world we share between us all. The reality of these things, as they are not merely irrational tricks to be worked through in meditation or therapy, or simply pushed through and conquered through gumption and tenacity. Reality itself presents a very real and immediate threat to reality as we desire it to be. This dynamic is the foundation of what it means to relax at Explorations. The process of seeking out ways we avoid ourselves, each other, and anything that reminds us of who and what we truly are, and then relaxing into these defenses, to put it plainly, is horrifically violent and extremely painful as we face our greatest fears and traumas while unleashing our true power. To properly explore relaxation, I often take up to an entire day of one of my seminars. However, until you can make it to one, a rule of thumb to guide your practice of relaxation within the program is this: if it feels good, you're doing it wrong. So, in that spirit, I offer us all a question through which to explore and further unlock our true potential this evening. Tonight, as we head face first into the melee of holiday turmoil, I would like us to ask ourselves, what are ways we can feel bad? I promise each of you that by the time we're done tonight, you will have unlocked a power inside of you that before this exploration, you would have never believed possible if I or anyone else told you. Let's get started. Namaste, explorers. Welcome back, everyone. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, host, creator, and founder, and now we are opening up the lines to explore relaxation, guided by the phrase, if it feels good, you're doing it wrong. Tonight we're exploring ways that we can feel bad, especially this holiday season. Namaste. 773-974-9585. 773-974-9585. All right, we've got a caller on the line, nibbling on the line. Let's wait a second and get them in. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. I'm seeing who it is and what they want to talk about. Let's go ahead. What'd you say? Oh, she is? Hey, Sunset, what's up? Good to see you, Sunset. Namaste. Thanks for popping in for a second. I know you guys got a busy life over there, and I understand that, and I appreciate you just giving a little tip of the hat. Namaste to you.
Nightmares are a real number.
That's true. That's 100% true. This stream is a one of a kind stream. There's not another stream like this program. This program is. Oh, they're not on yet. No worries. Oh, okay. Namaste. I just want. Well, hello. It's nice to see you. Namaste to you, Sunset Pony. All right, let's crack open our first caller, ladies and gentlemen. Gene called it. It is the powerful Michaela calling up and with something very interesting in mind. Michaela, sweetheart, welcome back to Explorations. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing awful, Leslie, as
Awful.
I should.
Awful. Talk to me about awful.
I saw Wicked and I ate so much popcorn and I feel awful.
Okay, you speak up a little bit. You're a little soft. Say that one more time.
I said that I saw Wicked and I ate so much popcorn and it made me feel terrible.
Ooh, so you saw Wicked and you ate a lot of popcorn and now you just feel awful. Am I hearing you right?
Correct. And then I tried to show a family member a stream that Toaster did, and Toaster kept using everybody kept using so many Twitch notification thingies that it messed up the whole thing.
They were using the sort of like Twitch interactions, like the bits and stuff?
Yeah, like I was like trying to show him something that Toaster was doing that would be interesting to him, and then every so often it would be interrupted with like reverberating parts.
And does that make you feel bad too, that what you wanted out of the situation was just not met, not honored?
Yeah, I mean that's how it goes with everything. You hear me complain about it all the time, right?
That's how it goes with everything. That's what now, girl, that is true. That is some tea. You know that I see. Oh, and Pepper and Cheney has invoked a terminate by poll. This story fucking sucks. I suggested you tell it. I'm sorry. I suggested you tell it on the call. So guys, vote in chat, Twitch chat. Vote whether to keep Michaela or not. Yes or no. Do we want to hear the rest of this? Where this goes? Do you think it could contribute to the theme tonight of relaxation?
It's looking like a yes, Leslie.
Let's see. Yeah. No, I mean, it's pretty close right now. It's halfway through at the time that I'm seeing this, and it's not that far apart. Guys, get your votes in. Are we keeping Michaela or not? This is the first call of the night. This is an important one. So your opinion and your vote is important. Talk to me right now about whether we should keep Michaela. It is very close, neck and neck. Every vote counts. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't vote tonight and you vote in a fucking photo booth, I want you...
Yay, I get to stay.
You get to stay by a single a single vote.
I feel like somebody tries to terminate me by poll every single time.
I think so too. How does that feel?
It feels like I'm well loved.
So you receive it as sort of like twisted affection, right? You know, I say the bad stuff because we're familiar with each other, and you know I love you, that kind of thing.
You don't know me, Leslie.
I just asked you a question. What are you talking about?
Well, you said that you know me. You don't know me.
No, I was trying to capture the sentiment that this vitriol registers in your twisted, mentally ill mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we move on
see,
to
these
the
people
topic?
are disrespecting you, Michaela. These people, they're torturing you with these terminate by polls. They're rejecting you. They don't want to listen to you. It's pretty obvious. It's extremely public, and you're just like, oh, but they like me. This means they like me.
Nobody's joining my Minecraft server, Leslie.
Exactly. Michaela, something is twisted in your mind. Okay, now you've just been terminated by Orchestar. Namaste. Orchestar saying nai to Michaela. Blessings and namaste. Thank you, Orchestar, and thank you, Pepperoncini. The both of you. Namaste. Tonight we're getting into relaxation. If it feels good, you're doing it wrong. Tonight we are looking for ways that we can feel bad. What are ways that we can feel bad tonight on Explorations? Michaela went to see Wicked thinking it'd be the fanciest night of her whole month, but her tummy started hurting the second she sat down. She tried to act classy while feeling like a sad little possum in a church dress. Every song felt like it lasted 100 years. Still, she swears y'all will love this tale, because only she could turn a big Broadway night into a pitiful tummy ache saga worth telling. I felt bad for that, so I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, exactly, Orc. Yeah, so listen, again, rule of thumb about relaxation, the first tenet of the program. Rule of thumb, if it feels good, you're doing it wrong. If it feels good, you are doing it wrong. It should feel bad. So what are we doing? What are we starting off? We are looking for ways that we can feel bad tonight on Explorations. Let's go ahead and bring our next caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, this is Bit Wars. How you doing?
Bit Wars. Brother, it's good to hear from you. How you doing tonight?
Not too bad. I'm making some spaghetti, and I'm going to enjoy it a lot. So I feel like I'm doing it wrong. But
well, here's the thing. It's the good and the bad. They will come. A lot of the times they come at their own pace, right? You know, you can't avoid the good. You can't avoid the bad as much as we would like to, in either direction.
Yeah.
So it sounds like tonight the train coming down the tracks and bearing down on you is the spaghetti train, and that's not the worst train, brother.
oh no, not at all. I got meatballs. I got some fresh Parmesan. Oh, this is going to be great.
Love that. Can't wait to hear more about that. No, Bit Wars. Bit Wars, talk to me. I see in my notes here, I wanted to talk about relaxing into avoiding family. Talk to me about that. Over the holidays, you're not excited to see your family?
I'm not. That's the problem. I'm not gonna see my family. I'm having like I guess like a family spat right now, and I'm like refusing to talk.
I believe it was Stephen Hawking who famously posed the question of whether a penis could be so big it could have sex with its own ass.
The answer is yes, and that is in a more philosophical way. He wasn't prepared to go as far as it needed to go. I will carry his mantle and take that philosophical question to its end. Not only is the answer yes, but it is the greatest model to understand the universe in its totality. I will challenge any physicist on this front. Okay, continue. Bit Wars, you've got a family spat. Am I hearing you right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just, I'm not talking to my mom, and I feel like I'm kind of in power over this, and it makes me, because I was the one that was like, yeah, don't ever talk to me again. And so
strong strength, masculinity.
Oh, yeah.
Namaste.
Absolutely. So I feel like it's easier to just try and relax and like ignore the fact that I don't have her here for like the holidays, and I feel, I guess, the way I'm interpreting it is it's probably a bad thing. But I don't know. It's pretty complicated. I don't know if there's any black or white. Like you said, it's a little bit of a blend, right?
True. That's interesting, and that takes an advanced mind to be able to be able to sit with that. 613 Cress from YouTube.com. You could fuck a wormhole with any sized penis. Interesting. If I don't know if we have the technology to pin YouTube chats, but I don't know if somebody could do that for me, I'd really appreciate that. If you could really fuck a wormhole with any size penis. Electrical Parts, welcome on in. Liquid Dragon, namaste to you. 19 months with Liquid Dragon 87. Liquid Dragon Explorer, failed parent of several. Did not know that. Namaste to you.
Join the club. Hell yeah.
Happy 19 months with Liquid Dragon. Thanks for joining us, and thank you as always for your support, Liquid Dragon. I genuinely appreciate that. Namaste. And quick quote.
Canned spinach. Pardon my language, but this stuff sucks dick. And I mean the bad way, like rape.
Okay, continue. Bet War. So you're looking forward to relaxing this holiday season away from your mom.
Yeah, I suppose so. But then, like, at the same time, I'm kind of like, there's that turmoil of, like, you know, what am I? I'm spending the holidays basically by myself. I went to the grocery store tonight, and I was just like instinctively buying turkey, you know, Thanksgiving groceries. I'm buying the green beans. I'm buying, you know, rolls. I'm buying turkey because it's like all these things are on sale. It's a great deal. And then I'm like putting this stuff in my cart, and I'm like, wait, why am I doing this? And then I just like got overcame with like depression and loneliness, and I was like, well, I'm committed, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a fantastic feast. And then, you know, in the back of my mind, it was like, is Thanksgiving about the food or is it about family? And I had to honestly answer that, and I guess, well, this year it's going to be about food. And I don't really know how I feel about that.
Well, you know, one thing I'd like to sort of point out is that this act of self-protection, right? You're protecting yourself from your mother and what she said or did, or the way she is, or the way she makes you feel, or the way she makes others feel, or something like this. You're doing self-protection.
Hell yeah.
And that takes strength, right?
Damn right.
Goddamn right. But let's take a look at what it sounds like, and this isn't at all uncommon, that we protect ourselves, but then we can no longer use others, other people, other things, friends, family, enemies, activities, hobbies, things that we hate. We can no longer defend ourselves from ourselves with those things. Right now, you have to be with yourself. And there's no mommy there, right? There's no mommy there to protect you. Even she was protecting you by being a bitch.
I'm sorry to bring. I always bring like the real problems.
Oh no, this is great stuff. This is great stuff. This is honestly, I mean, that getting started with Yep, I Shoot Her Like Cats, aka Michaela. That wasn't a great way to get started. I'm gonna be 100% honest with everyone. That wasn't the best. That wasn't the best first call. Michaela, you've certainly had better first calls. So this is more. This is a lot. This is more right. More, you know, this is a bullseye as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, good. Yeah, sometimes I feel like Michaela just calls in just to be first sometimes, and then she's like, fuck, what can I talk about? And
I know. Well, power. I know, right? And that's part of her power. She doesn't even understand the motivations, right? She doesn't even, and that much like Jenny, Much like Jenny, they're both motivated unconsciously. They have that power is just like coming out of them, pushing them, pulling them.
Mhm.
And it's really
And that's a part of their strength, right?
exactly.
Or my-
But on the outside, it's not always pleasant. You're right about that.
Right.
Now,
Well-
now, Bit Wars, I think you're right to be depressed.
Okay.
I think if you weren't depressed, what a wasted opportunity to just be get some good old-fashioned holiday depression in. This it sounds like you're right to be depressed, to be alone, and then to just mourn that your mom. Now, is your mom being a bitch or is your mom a bitch? Would you say?
Both. Yeah, it's really bad.
Both. Has she always been this way?
She's gotten worse as she's gotten older and become more jaded and stuff. But yeah.
What do you think? What do you think's underneath all that? What's her problem? What, is she afraid of dying or something?
Jesus. No, maybe. The last time I talked to her, she was getting treated for skin cancer on her forehead. And I totally, sympathize with that or whatever. She's like, worried and things like that over her health, but she also smokes like a chimney and
How old is she?
And she's like 67 now. So, she doesn't give a fuck. And and I feel like if she really wanted to like rekindle, even though I told her to fuck off basically, if she really, gave a shit about her kids, she would like try to make that genuine step forward. But that'll never happen, and I have to accept that. And then I have to accept that if I say I'm never going to talk to her again, she won't ever talk to me again. Almost like she has that power, like she has that power for herself. And then she'll die before she'll ever, relinquish that. So it's a doozy.
Chat. Anybody have any direct or indirect experience with this situation or a situation similar? Because that right there, that is some bare bones facts about a situation. We can often delude ourselves. Like, oh yeah, oh no, it'll get better. Oh no, it'll get better. But at some point, you can, for a moment, see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a light. It is just the end of a fucking tunnel, and you can see it coming, and you know exactly what it is. You can smell it, you can feel it, and it sounds like Bit Wars right here is exactly doing that. Now listen, if
What did chat say?
What's up?
I didn't get to see what chat said. Did they say anything?
We got
I have the stream turned on.
Pierogi University says my mom was a bitch, but she's not anymore because she's dead.
Fuck.
We let's see. Dirty Smith says 10,000%. We have no obligations to their happiness.
Okay, that's a good feel.
Felt Good Marbles, though, has a little pushback saying he shouldn't shove. This sounds selfish to me. He shouldn't shove words in his dying mother's mouth.
I don't know what he's referring to. Oh, because maybe she would be open.
Yeah, you're
like,
you're psychoanalyzing and predicting what she would say or do.
Maybe.
And Felt Good Marbles is saying this and saying that's actually selfish of you to do.
It might be. I don't even want to extend that out where I was just playing around in my head where I was thinking should I just be like, yo, Mom, you want to come over for Thanksgiving? But then that gives her that power, and maybe I'm being selfish by this, but she could immediately just dunk me, just completely, just like half court leap dunk all over me, and then she has that power, right? And then I feel like the bitch. I feel like the little baby back bitch on the ground, whimpering, naked,
It sounds like
wiping
either
away my
way, it
tears.
sounds like either way though, you're gonna be a whimpering little baby whose mommy is mean. But at least
Maybe, I mean, yeah.
on some, but the other way, it's yeah. I mean, listen, brother. What I mean to say in saying what I just said, what I'm trying to paint the picture of is, yeah, you should be depressed. You're on the right track. You're doing this is a perfect example of relaxation. You're relaxing into reality as it is, and this is a position of power. This is a position of power right here.
Right. And knowing that. Okay. I will face it. And I guess I'll just drown my depression away in this delicious spaghetti that I have in front of me.
Exactly. Toot toot. Here comes the spaghetti train. Well, namaste, Bit Wars.
Namaste.
Namaste, brother.
Bye.
Wow. Great call with Bit Wars. Great call with Bit Wars tonight. Namaste to you. Booty Wow says, I have an abusive mother and I've been through all of this. You gotta let your mom be wrong. Someday you'll wish she was here and she won't be. You sound like a pussy. A little bit. A little bit, And maybe we're all destined to be pussies. Maybe, this is a bone I have to pick with Buddhists a lot, right? They're ostensibly, they're one with reality. The ego is dissolved, or that's their goal, and they're just like one, right? And they just see beauty in fucking leaves and stuff. And of course, this is a wild simplification of their outlook. But I'm pretty much 100% right about that, and I think they're cowards. I think they're huge cowards. Well, here's the thing. I think I am the only person that's qualified to say whether someone's being a pussy or not, and that is because of my training and experience. And not just my intellect, but also just my emotional fortitude that, from which I created the most effective personal power program in the country. So I have been to the space where God would reside. I have seen it. I've been there. I've visited the metaphysical time, place, et cetera, in which God was supposed to have reside. I will not say whether God is there or not, except for my inner circle at the community of devoted light. I'll share that. But with you all, no. The relaxation, I will deliver you to the space in which God is supposed to reside, and you will decide for yourself. And maybe you get there and you're like, oh, life's beautiful. Take care of each other. Everyone's gonna be gone. Maybe you get to the abyss and you're kind of a pussy about it. There's no right, there's no wrong. We are all here to lose. Yeah, well, 613 YouTube, 613 Chris, Buddhists would say beauty and ugliness are one and the same. That's exactly the kind of just like limp-dicked, coward shit that I'm talking about. Beautiness is one and the same. Pain is the same as pleasure. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I'd love to spend some time with somebody saying things like that to me. It's been a while. It's been a while. All right, we do have somebody online ready. Let's bring this next caller in. We are getting into relaxation. If it feels good, you're doing it wrong. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Wiki. Hey, Guru.
Oh, it's the man himself. Wiki Whip, how you doing tonight, brother?
Oh, man, this is just a topic. This is a big one right here. This is a deep, deep hole right here.
Oh, absolutely. I know. We're really taking everyone to task tonight, Wiki.
You pushing them on that brink of the nails right now. They don't know what to do with all that.
They don't. I mean, it's really thinning the herd a little bit. I think people feel challenged. They're not entertained. They're the parasocial relationship that they feel that they might otherwise have with me when we do an easy little like, oh, let's talk about marshmallows tonight for 19 hours. Then they can be like, oh, Leslie's my best friend. But when I take them to task like this, I remind them this is the program. You know, I'm not your best friend.
Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You just make them work, get them stomped up in their brain muscle. Let them know, hey, this world ain't all that.
Exactly.
Get your little brain muscle worked up. Stomp them brains up.
Now, Wiki, listen, I know when you call, there's something going. There's always something cooking in that oven of yours, that mental, emotional oven of yours. So, Wiki, before I even ask any questions or start getting off on one of my tangents, just talk to me. What's going on? What do you got? What do you got going on in that mind of yours? What's cooking?
Well, it's about relaxing, and everybody thinks that's about letting go and, all those kind of things. Well, at the end of the month, when you see your guy and you have to hand over that check, you went and got some cash money for sure.
Say that one more time for me, Wick. I want to make sure I understand.
Well, when the guy come about to get his wind check, you went and go that cash money, and that's went and go. That's waxing right there. Take that to the bank right there. That's a little bit of relaxation. They say you went go when you were waxed, but you went go that cash money at the end of the month when your guy come to get his check for that rent. Your rent money is gone.
Now listen, this is some actionable insight. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we've probably got at least a couple homeowners in the chat right now. One in chat if you rent your place of residence. One in chat if you rent your place of residence. Let me see some ones, some twos if you're a homeowner, or threes if you're just a homeless degenerate out there living outside. Let's see. Ones. I've got one single, two. Liquid Dragon is a 2. Booty Wow is a 2. Good to see. Okay, wow. So we got some. Okay, nice. Honestly, more 2s than I thought there'd be. I think the 2s outnumber the 1s right now. Christopher Miller is a Sleepo Monster is a 3. One Forever. There is no hope from 613 Chris. Namaste to that. Yeah. So listen, this is suffice it to say, what Wiki just shared with us is a pretty useful thing to think about. Now, Wiki, I'm going to say it back to you, just make sure I understand. Are you saying that the act of paying rent and the complicated misery involved with that whole process, that dynamic, that can be a form of relaxation, Wiki?
Yeah, because they say you wouldn't go of things when you were waxing. You just let go of all this stuff. But when you let go of that wind check, and your money comes from your hand to his hand, that's real relaxation right there, because you get your money to him. That is the form of relaxation. You wouldn't go your cash money for sure. That's a form of relaxation. How about, you stay up at 4 a.m. practicing an argument with your boss someday you want to have at 4 o'clock in the morning. You let him have it in your bedroom. You relaxing in, ain't you? Oh, yeah.
100. Now, listen, guys. If you're looking for somebody who understands this program, just from back to front, who's been here for happy 3 years. I think who was it that had 3 years earlier tonight? By the way,
one of those cats out there.
It was somebody celebrated a 3-year anniversary tonight. But either way, but somebody who's been here for a while, put in the work, and really has watched the transformation take place in their life. Wiki Wiva. Wiki, you've shown us all what it means to be an explorer in your own special way, and that you have this level of insight is not a surprise to me. What else? Is there another place or time in your life that you feel, similar to paying rent or something like that could be just as relaxing for some of us?
Well, when we think about it this way, when people say you are all stressed out, you need to meditate a little more and just take some deep breaths. Well, how about that going to be an audition for that big old casket box where you're going to jump in? That last breath you're going to take. Yeah, take them deep breaths. And one day that's going to be the last one right there. That's a relaxing part, huh? That'll really stir up your brains.
Wow.
Meditate. Take a deep breath.
That's actually, that is, Wiki, that is literally a page out of my training manual for young therapists. When I, every once in a while I get a court referred, like kind of really green therapist that I have to supervise. And really it's kind of, it begins a long process of education from my perspective. However, one thing that always comes up is almost exactly what you just said, Wiki. That they're like, okay, what do I do when somebody's having a panic attack? I'm like, well, remind them that each breath could be their last breath.
Mm-hmm.
And watch it get worse and worse and worse, but then after like the acceptance of death really gets in their face, it's a powerful relaxation that you've never the likes of which you've never even seen before.
Yeah, it's one of them ones it'll turn you and shake you like a salt and pepper shaker. Yeah, you get the really no relaxation then.
Yeah. Wow, Wick. Brother, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. How you been doing? How's your life been? We recently.
Really good. I'm doing really good. Yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm having a good time over here. I've enjoyed chopping it up with you on the podcast there. That was a fun TV program to do.
I was about to say, ladies and gentlemen, those of you in my community of Devoted Light, we just actually posted a one-on-one sit-down with me and this guy right here, Wiki Wiva. We sat down and chopped it up for an entire hour. And if you would like to hear that conversation, it is in the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. The link I just dropped into the chat. But Wiki, you had fun though, reflecting on that. You look back and you have some warm feelings about it.
Oh, it was a beautiful time, Guru. That was a wonderful time to get to share all that is in the Wiki DNA. All my strands, all my hairs, all my bent fingernails, all them things, the creases and cracks that get up in the people, to make them all such a special, different person. I enjoy the podcast alone is worth the cash money. The podcast, they have been an enduring time. They're very, very fun to listen to.
So Wiki, a fan of the podcast, got to be on the podcast, and you were just really singing its praises. And, on top of the postcard, on top of everything else that you get from the community of Devoted Light. Well, thank you so much, Wiki. I really appreciate the kind words. And ladies and gentlemen, this man doesn't just say stuff. He's not just honking his horn outside the Burger King. He means what he says. Isn't that right, Wick?
I'm getting a damn Whopper. I'm getting a Whopper with fries on top at the Burger King. I'm checking in for a couple of drinks. I ain't just walking around that parking lot begging for change. I'm going to get the big Whopper.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, Wiki, I want to thank you for calling up tonight. This has been a really enriching, beautiful call that you've shared with us. Tell me, Wiki, at the end of our calls, obviously I always ask if you have a little musical gift that you could share with us. And I got to ask again, Wiki Wiva, do you have possibly a little something or another that you might be able to grace our ears with tonight?
I do have a mix-up. We mix or whatever them youngest call it, them young folk, we call it we mixes. I got a we mix of an old classic song. But I'm changing. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. It's going to keep some of the same tones and that sort of thing. It's called Guru.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, welcome,
and
Kevin.
You'll know the song. I think you'll know the song once you hear it. But there's some things that change up. It's going to let you know what relaxation is all about.
Well, first, before Wiki jumps in, welcome, Kevin, to the community of Devoted Light. Namaste to you. Welcome on in. I can't wait to update my list of members on the credits screen. Please enjoy the podcast, and I'll be sending out a postcard to you shortly. Namaste to you. Now, Wiki, with a very special song titled Goo-Woo. Wiki, I went and paused the music on my side. It is all yours whenever you're ready.
All right, here we go. We go one, two, three. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 wow. Spend all your time waiting for that second chance. For a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason that I feel good enough. And it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, a beautiful week. Memories speak from my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, and wait with. And maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of the Guru. Your song from here in this dark hotel room. And the inwardness that you feel, you are pushed into the wreckage of your screen. Reverie, you're in the arms of the Guru. May you find some comfort here. That's the first one there, Guru. That's the first verse.
Wow. That was beautiful, Wick. That was beautiful. I have nothing to say. That was gorgeous, and I want to thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, rock and roll, baby. Namaste, namaste.
Namaste.
In the arms of the Guru. You sung from here, baby.
Namaste, brother.
Namaste.
Wow. Christ United Mission rating with 97 of you goofballs. Namaste and welcome on in. Christ United Mission. It is so good to have you all. Welcome. This is Explorations with Leslie Tanner, as you know, the most effective personal power program in the country. And tonight we're exploring relaxation. If it feels good, you're doing it wrong. All night tonight on Explorations, we are taking calls looking for ways that we can feel bad. Now, it's not too difficult this time of the year as we enter face first into holiday turmoil. We are flanked on all sides by opportunities to feel bad, depressed, anxious, shitty, less than. It's really just a old country buffet. You know, grab a plate, go gorge yourself, then go eat a second, get a second plate, get dessert, talk to the guy that's cutting ham, go get some mushrooms, go get some pudding, go back to your seat, eat, pass out, go to the bathroom, throw up. Yes, it's healthy to throw up and eat too much. Eating disorder, they call it an eating disorder because they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. They're scared of you and the order that your style of eating provides. Okay, allow me as a legally licensed therapist to say this once and for all. I am so tired of these things being called eating disorders. Eating disorders. Yeah, are your bones getting soft and with a bunch of little holes in them? Yeah, are you malnourished? Yeah, do you look weird? Yeah. Are you kind of freaking people out? Yeah. Do people not want to let their kids around you? Yeah. But all of that weighed against the order that eating, the way you do or don't, anorexic or bulimic, you starve yourself, or you throw it up, or any variation therein. It provides such a profound order, and they're scared of it. They want to control you. They want you cut off from your power of the next level. And I'm a legally licensed therapist saying that. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. 773-974-9585. We're talking about relaxing, ways to feel bad. Now, Christ United Mission, by the way, are you still around? Did you bounce? I know everyone gets sleepy after their stream, but talk to me. Christ United Mission, how was the stream? What'd you guys get up to tonight, huh? What'd you guys get into? What'd you get up to? Talk to me. MD Moz says it was fucking awful. Interesting. Speak more on that. Pastor Phil's a bitch. That's all I really learned. I love this. You know, it's honesty. A lot of times, you know, when people raid and they're like, oh, hey, really excited. We're this streamer's raid. Oh, my gosh. And then I ask, oh, how was the stream? Then they're always like, oh, it was so fun. It was so good and fun. That's always the answer. It's always positive. So it is absolutely a breath of fresh gosh dang air to tuna turkey. Welcome, One Ron Chef. Namaste. Welcome, Bullcock KC01. Namaste to you as well. Welcome on in here at Explorations. Oh no, negativity is very important here. You know, I was just thinking about negativity today. And how important it is. But I'll save that. Let's go ahead and get in our next caller, huh? caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's Amelia. Your stream's dying. It just went offline for a few seconds.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, I think it's back now, though. It seems like it's back.
Hold on, let me see what's going on. Nobody said anything. Oh, collapse the stream. Oh, that was...
Someone said S. What the heck? Is it there?
Let me see.
Whenever the kind of things happen with streams, I always wait a little bit because I don't want to, like it just be my internet and then I sound stupid if I'm like, the stream just died.
My roommate must have picked up the phone to make a call. Doesn't seem to be dropping anymore. Doesn't seem to be dropping anymore. All right, good enough. Yeah, it's saying, are we back?
Yeah, it should be good. Everyone in chat is saying back.
We're back. Are we back? I'm just waiting to see a couple more people say it. You're good. Thanks. Thanks, Amish. Appreciate that. All right. Well, Amelia, it's great to have you back on Explorations with Leslie. Is it dropping frames or anything, or is it just like one hiccup?
It just like it went offline for a few seconds, like for another 20 seconds it came back online and was buggy, and then it was good.
Okay. Huh, I wonder what happened. Yeah, this computer over here has been running real hot. I've been I think it's time for an upgrade, but we'll see. Anyway.
RAM prices are rough right now, just so you know.
Yeah. I'm trying to get on this Black Friday shit later this week. We'll see.
Good luck.
Well, namaste to you, Amelia. It's great to hear from you again.
Of course. I'm happy to be here.
You called a little bit sooner than you said you would.
When did I say I would?
Didn't you say you would call back, or was that someone else? Did you say you were going to call back in like a month or something, or was that Fisk? Now that I don't think I gave
a timeline.
Okay, all right. So I think I got it confused. Anyway, Amelia, either way, it's great to hear from you, and I see that you want to discuss relaxation, I guess, or something. Is that accurate?
That's like the topic, right? Like, I'm just here to talk about the topic, you know? I think you mentioned something about how relaxing should feel bad.
Exactly. Well, listen, you don't need exactly a lesson in the value of relaxation in this respect. You've got a pretty rough, negative, and painful life, Amelia.
I think I'm great at relaxation being terrible.
Yes, 100%.
Like, sort of antithetical to relaxing almost.
Go ahead. Talk to us about. Just go ahead and speak from this topic. I think a lot of people could benefit to just hear you just speak from the heart on this.
Okay.
How do you know so much about relaxation in this sense?
The stream is freezing and stuff. People are saying F.
F.
Hey,
what is going on?
Well, my speech to die.
I think this computer. Yeah, it's just eating
shit. Thermal throttled?
No, thermal's fine.
Yeah, it's just like every few seconds there's a frame.
Yeah, this is dropping hella frames. All right.
Might be back.
Well, I'm gonna